my friends. How are you doing? Good morning. So, we went to DC, actually, Washington, DC last week. And, well, traveling with 3 kids was not easy. And I have to say that. But I really don't want to not to do so because not to travel because of the little baby. I don't want that to change anything. It is not easy for sure, and I experienced that. That wasn't the first trip we had with 3 kids. We actually went upstate I think probably the end of last year. Yeah, we did. And so this is the second one. So I think the most difficult part was really at nighttime sleeping, because if your baby, like my 2 older ones, they are very, very good sleeper. They sleep very good, even when they were babies. But this one, he is not a good sleep. He wakes up more often than other kids. So at least he wakes up at least 3 times, about 3 times, sometimes more. So during the trip, the first couple of nights, well, I would say probably all those nights we were in the hotel, he woke up pretty frequently. So that made it difficult. And I did every time when we travel. Oh, actually, that was the second time. So yeah. So actually, every time when I travel with the baby, I always request crib to be delivered to my room, and they did so. The crib was pretty good. It's a little bit smaller than the one we had at home, but sufficient enough. So he stayed in the crib for a little bit and then just started to cry. And so in between his sleeping situation at night is in between the crib and I have to take him in the bed. So the sleeping was challenging. If you don't sleep well at nighttime, during the day, it's easier for you to get tired. So all those nights I was able to get about 5 to 6 hours of sleep, which was not enough for me. I usually would need at least 7. 8 would be perfect, but 7, I can take 7. But the next day, most of the time we were just sightseeing, and so it was okay. So that's the sleep situation, but I feel like I can tough it out if it's not too many days. So for 4 nights, 5 days trip, I think that's the max I can handle. Super, super tired because I drove to and drove back. Both trip, each time is about 5 hours of driving. So I was very tired. Another thing is that I have to, obviously use a lot of my energy taking care of the baby. The other 2, either it's because I was so tired, or I just didn't have chance to cater them, or didn't have time to see what they are doing. They are more likely to fall into this quote-unquote iPad or YouTube coma. So both of them brought their iPad to the trip, and they download a lot of videos before the trip so they can watch during the trip. And then during the trip, while on the road, when I'm driving, when we are in the car, they are watching YouTube videos. And as soon as we get into the hotel, if I don't pay attention to them, they will just take out their iPad and start watching or playing games. Or if it's not with the iPad, they will be watching the TV in the hotel room. We don't have cable, any kind of cable at home, so like those Cartoon Network kids shows are the ones that they watch a lot whenever we travel, we stay in the hotel. So they got a lot of these accidental screen time. I feel it was that's another downside, is that I wasn't able to provide more better entertainment for them. Therefore, we try to get out of the hotel room and outside as much as possible. So because when we are outside in the museum, we also visit my friend at my friend's house. They get to do something not screen related, which was good. But the museum, couple museum we went to, they were not too crazy about. The second museum we went to was the Indian Museum. That museum, I have to say, needs some updates, and need to have more stuff for kids to do. I have to say that museum is a little bit boring. Even though I really enjoy reading, the things and see the stuff, but for the kids, they are not so impressed by that museum. So I think that museum needs some work. The first one we went to was the George Washington's house. That one was fun because they have a lot of artifacts. They have a lot of. I think the key to travel with 3 kids, 1 baby and 2 bigger ones, school-age kids, is really have to plan ahead of time. I need to plan more, figure out activities for the elder ones to do. And also give them some instruction. Kids, they would do what you will ask them to do, but when you are tired and when you are not so prepared, you're not giving them good instructions. So yeah, I would say probably it's also part of my fault that I didn't prepare that much. I really didn't prepare anything. Even the packing was the morning of the trip. I just spent a couple hours packing. So so lesson learned. Next time hopefully we will have better time. So I will do something differently, probably shorten the trip to 2 nights 3 days. I think that's the best kind of road trip. I'm talking about road trip. 2 nights 3 days would be the best. Not too long, not too short kind of duration. Also do a little bit more research to plan the activities for the older ones. That's the key. Activities for the older ones. Otherwise, that's it. That's my recent updates with you guys. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.